Welcome back to part 2 of Tazza versus Free, and Tazza making a nice play early on with a two-sided attack with a small drop and a Dragoon push to force Free to actually cancel his natural expansion. So Free's natural was very much delayed, and right now it looks like Tazza had a small Dragoon containment, and it looks like he might be ready to push in with those Dragoons, but right now he's forced back by that Reaver, but it does look like he's got two dropships coming into the north. I think he's got at least one, probably two Reavers in there, and a few Zealots to back that up, and that's going to be too much for just three, well, maybe not four Dragoons, but he is forcing all of those probes to run right now. Actually, that's a huge number of Zealots. I think he might have just one Reaver and 6 Zealots in those two dropships, and they have pretty much cleared out the base of Free, so there's a lot of harassment going on. Free will be able to clear that out with the number of Dragoons that he's got, but it's going to take a lot of concentration. In the meanwhile, it looks like Tazza is going to come in at the front door once again and try to push into that natural expansion. Tazza is still looking like he might come in with more of a drop, but Tazza actually falls back a little bit on that front door. I don't think he has quite enough, but he drops down a Reaver in that natural expansion. Does it get a shot off? Oh, is it going to... Yes, it hits! I don't know how many that killed, but that was like 5 drones. That's a very nice play. Oh man, Tazza's playing excellently right now, attacking on multiple fronts, using dropships well, and going for sneak attacks, and actually not losing that many units. He's, not falling into the trap that a lot of players fall into, where when they're going for a two-sided attack, they might, neglect their the second side of their attack a little bit and lose more units than they really need to. But he's been doing a good job of retreating and not taking too many Reaver shots in his group of Dragoons. Meanwhile, it doesn't look like Free is going to be bringing in his Dragoon force to try to do a counterattack and get some damage of his own on Tazza, and it looks like he is bringing in a dropship of his own. It is scouted out, so Tazza knows that this is coming, but that is a huge number of Dragoons. I hope that Tazza has some Reavers out there at his base to help protect against all these Dragoons. At least 2 control groups, I'd say. And he does have one, but one Reaver is probably not going to do it. He's got a couple of Zealots to help protect, but all of his Dragoons are out of position, and it looks like Free does have 2 Reavers compared to just one by Tazza, and now he's using that ramp outside of the natural expansion to his own benefit. So wow, that's a nice drop by, well, not drop, he just walked straight in, but it's a nice move by Free. He was able to get great position in on this natural expansion, and Tazza is now in a lot of trouble. He might be losing his own natural expansion, and losing that expansion late in the game is going to be way worse than losing it right there at the beginning. If he wasn't able to destroy Free right there at the beginning and finish him off, then, losing that base, just lose a little bit of mining time, makes units a little bit later, but this counterattack, which does kill off the natural expansion, is doing huge amounts of damage to Tazza, and he had such a nice lead over from the beginning. Finally, Tazza being able to snipe off one of the Reavers, but there's still one left, and still a good number of Dragoons out there. He is being able to flank them with his reinforcements, and of course his Dragoons that were out in the field coming in from the north. But still, Free looks like he's just microing this perfectly and losing very few forces. He's also going down to take his natural expansion, and Tazza, GG's. Oh no. Man, I really thought that he had this match after taking that natural expansion, and he was doing just a really great job of harassing on multiple fronts and dropping. That Reaver drop did a lot of damage, but he just wasn't able to get his troops back and defend against the counterattack of Free. And really, that was just... I think he just chose the wrong route to come back to his natural expansion there. There's... one of the interesting things about this map is that there's a lot of parallel routes through the middle of the map to go from one natural to the other. And it looked like Free was just going, pretty much straight across like you would send a scout. But Tazza went maybe to sort of protect his third expansion that he was thinking about taking, and went into a southern route, and he just wasn't able to come back up his bridge and help defend that natural expansion. So a really great timing attack there by Free. Wow, just it was looking good for Tazza, and I really thought, sorry, there might be some random noise in the background there. I really thought that he might be able to pull that one out, but Free just shows that, his experience and his skill is a little too much for Tazza right now. So Sparkyz down and a 0-2 hole, and we're going to see, sorry, like I said last match, I was thinking this was going to be the match with Lita versus Zero, but in fact that is the next match, so sorry for confusing you there. But yeah, next match is Lita versus Zero. We're going to see if our star can bring us back into this match out of a 2-0 hole. Thanks for watching.